स्वागत. सुधागड एज्युकेशन सोसायटीचे K.A.Banthiya माध्यमिक विद्यालय व NN पालीवाला ज्युनियर कॉलेज नवीन पनवेल सादर करीत आहे शैक्षणिक व्हिडिओ.
Hello students, how are you? I am Shashikant Madhukar Patil. I am teaching in K.A.Banthiya Madhyamik Vidyalay New Panvel as an assistant teacher. Today we are going to learn a nice poem, The Twins. This poem is written by Henry Sambrook Leigh. This is a humorous poem about a pair of twin brothers. Now we are going to start this poem with chit chat. Two babies born at the same time to the same mother are called twins. Guess and share who are. First, triplets means three babies born at the same time to the same mother are called triplets. Second one, quadruplets means four babies born at the same time to the same mother are called quadruplets. Third, quintuplets means five babies born at the same time to the same mother are called quintuplets. Now we are going to learn about collocation. The group of words go together and occur together. Study the following pairs or groups of words: cup and saucer, needle and thread, birds and beast, take a risk, sip tea, coffee, हाईड अँड सीक. इंग्रजीत असे शब्दांचे गट संच विशिष्ट शब्दांच्या सोबत बरोबरीने येतात किंवा वापरले जातात अशा गटांना संचांना कॉलोकेशन असे म्हणतात. इन्सर्ट द प्रॉपर वर्ड्स फ्रॉम द ब्रॅकेट्स टू फॉर्म कॉलोकेशन. ए. Absolutely necessary. B. Cannot afford. C. Formal clothes. D. Job interview. E. Pastime. F. Accept defeat. G. Early morning. H. Catch a cold. I. Leading role. J. Joint owners. These are the examples of collocation. Next activity. Exaggeration or overstatements often causes humor. For example, she is thin as a pin. Second example, my shoes are killing me. When such exaggerated lines occur in poetry, they are examples of the figure of speech hyperbole. Hyperbole म्हणजे अतिशयोक्ती अलंकार. Now complete the following examples of hyperbole using words from the bracket below. First example, A. She wept an ocean of tears. B. The hungry man ate a ton of food. C. He runs faster than a horse. D. Brr. I am freezing to death. E. I shall come over in just a second. Students, now we are going to learn this nice poem. First, I am going to read this poem loudly. You listen it carefully and silently. the twins. In form and feature, face and limb, I grew so like my brother that folks got taking me for him and each for one another. It puzzled all our kith and kin. It reached a fearful pitch. For one of us was born a twin, yet not a soul knew which. One day, to make the matter worse, before our names were fixed, as we were being washed by nurse, we got completely mixed. And thus you see, by fate's decree, or rather nurse whim, my brother John got Christian me, and I got Christian him. This fatal likeness opened up my footstep when at school, and I was always getting flogged for John turned out a fool. I put this question fruitlessly to everyone I knew. What would you do if you were me to prove that you were you? Our close resemblance turned the tide of my domestic life. For somehow, my intended bride became my brother's wife. In fact, year after year, the same absurd mistake went on, and when I died, the neighbors came and buried brother John. Now I am going to give you the explanation of this poem. In form and feature, face and limb, I grew so like my brother that folks got taking me for him and each for one another. Form and feature means structure and appearance. Taking means here mistaking. The narrator of this poem, Henry, says that he grew so like his brother John in structure and appearance, face and limb. Because of close similarity, people began mistaking one for the other. निवेदक म्हणतोय, एकसारखा बांधा चेहरपट्टी अवयव या बाबतीत तो भावासारखाच वाढला. म्हणून लोक निवेदकाला त्याचा भाऊ समजत आणि त्याला निवेदक समजत. It puzzled all our kith and kin. It reached a fearful pitch. For one of us was born a twin, yet not a soul knew which. Kith and kin means relatives. Pitch means limit or height. All relatives and friends were puzzled, and at the same time, the confusion reached very high level. नातेवाईक व मित्रमंडळी सुद्धा त्यांच्या सारखेपणामुळे गोंधळात पडत, त्यामुळे कधीकधी हा गोंधळ फारच टोकाला जाई. Because one of them was born a twin, but none knew which of them was it. कारण त्या दोघांपैकी एक जण जुळा म्हणून जन्माला आला होता, पण तो कोण हे कोणालाच माहीत नव्हते. नेक्स्ट स्टांजा. वन डे टू मेक द मॅटर वर्स, बिफोर आवर नेम्स वेअर फिक्स, ॲज वी वेअर बीइंग washed by nurse, we got completely mixed. One day before their names were fixed, as they were being washed by the nurse, they got interchanged. एके दिवशी खूपच परिस्थिती बिघडली, कहर झाला. बारशाच्या वेळी नर्सबाईंनी आंघोळ घालताना त्या दोघांची अदलाबदल केली. And thus you see by fate's decree, or rather nurse whim, my brother John got Christian me and I got Christian him. Decree means order. Whim means a sudden change of mind. Christened means name given to a baby at the naming ceremony. Thus, it was either nurse's mistake or because of destiny's decision, the narrator's brother got the name John intended for the narrator, and the narrator got the name Henry intended for his brother. निवेदक म्हणतोय, नशिबाचा खेळ म्हणा किंवा नर्सबाईची लहर म्हणा, माझे नाव भावाला आणि भावाचे नाव मला मिळाले. दिस फेटल लाइकनेस इवन डॉग माय footsteps when at school, and I was always getting flogged for John turned out a fool. Fatal means leading to disaster or death. Dog means continued to follow. Flogged means beaten up. Narrator says that this harmful likeness followed the two in their future life. At school, narrator always punished for mistakes made by his brother John. या सारखेपणाने शाळेतसुद्धा दोघांची पाठ सोडली नाही. शाळेत जॉन खोड्या मस्ती चुका करायचा, पण त्याची शिक्षा हेनरीला म्हणजेच निवेदकाला व्हायची. नेक्स्ट लाईन्स. I put these questions fruitlessly to everyone I knew. What would you do if you were me to prove that you were you? So narrator put the following question to everyone he knew. What he would do to prove his identity if he was in narrator's place. निवेदक कवी निरर्थकपणे ओळखीच्या प्रत्येक व्यक्तीला प्रश्न विचारतो. तुम्ही जर माझ्या जागी असता तर तुम्हीच आहात हे पटवून देण्यासाठी काय केले असते. नेक्स्ट स्टांजा. Our close resemblance turned the tide of my domestic life, for somehow my intended bride became my brother's wife. Turn the tide means change the situation. Because of close likeness, narrator's domestic life affected badly. When there was wedding ceremony, narrator's intended bride became his brother's wife, and John's intended bride became narrator's wife. निवेदक आणि त्याच्या भावाच्या सारखेपणामुळे त्यांच्या खाजगी कौटुंबिक जीवनामध्ये मोठा बदल झाला. निवेदकाची नियोजित वधू त्याच्या भावाची बायको झाली आणि त्याच्या भावाची नियोजित वधू निवेदकाची बायको झाली. In fact, year after year the same absurd mistakes went on, and when I died, the neighbors came and buried brother John. Year after years the same foolish mistakes went on. When narrator died, the neighbors came and buried narrator's brother John, mistaking him for the narrator himself. अशाच वर्षानुवर्षे मूर्ख चुका निवेदक व त्याच्या भावाच्या जीवनात घडत राहिल्या, आणि जेव्हा निवेदक मेला तेव्हा शेजारी आले व त्यांनी निवेदकाच्या भावाला पुरले.
आपले हक्काचे मराठी चॅनल रायगड ओवी न्यूज चॅनल सदैव आपल्यासोबत रायगड ओवी न्यूज चॅनल. नेहमी पाहत रहा, लाईक करा, सबस्क्राईब करा आणि बेल आयकॉनवर क्लिक करायला विसरू नका.